everyone. Just a quick little message before the video starts. I am now open to enrollment in my Mo Money and Becoming Magnetic courses. They are both incredible. They're about halfway filled at this point. So if you would like more information or to enroll in one of these awesome courses that people have been seeing awesome results with, please email me directly, renee@transurfing.us, and enjoy the video. Hello, Transurfers and the Transurfing Curious. I am Renee Garcia, and this is TransurfingTV. And today, this is my video on a 4-step process that I have created to realizing a new goal and actively stepping towards it. So the reason that I'm doing this video today is that a number of us in the International Transurfing Institute Facebook group are taking my 30 Anomalous Action Challenge. So what that challenge is, if you're not familiar, is it is 30 days of consecutively taking one step outside of your comfort zone in the direction of a new goal. And I've been asked lots of questions. What if I don't have a goal? What if I found my goal and I don't know what to do? So this video is going to clarify some of the steps of what I do specifically and how effective breaking it down like this can actually be. And this video is based off of a PDF called Pump Up the Jam. It's on the Facebook group if you would like to access it. All this stuff is broken down, but I will also add all the points in the field below for you to take a look and see it all broken down. So I will get right into it, everyone. So step 1 is inform yourself of your choices. I call this going into discovery mode. So let's say that I have decided that, you know what, I could be taking more action in my reality and I could be doing something. I've got some energy. I want to add some new material in and maybe create another income stream or something like that. What I do is I start tuning in to all the possibilities that I can think of. So if I have thought of something I'd like to do, I start doing research on the thing. I connect with others who obtain what it is I'm thinking about that I want, or somebody that has done what I'm thinking about doing, and I connect with them and ask them questions. I am a big brain picker. I love to gather as much information, options, variety as possible in my external environment because I gain inspiration from this. And I really love when I see someone that is in active heart and mind coordination, meaning if I'm out doing something and I see a small business owner who I can tell is really into what they do, I stop and I have a conversation with the person and I start asking questions because this is me gathering information that I may possibly be able to use to affect some of those future frames. So this is another mode of discovery mode. This is another way of going into discovery mode. Start asking questions of people, tuning into the alternative space, into your environment, and try to accumulate as many possibilities as you can possibly think of. So research, research, research. Open eyes and open ears. Listen to the voice of your environment via outer intention. What is your environment in need of that will assist you in either connecting with a new goal or going towards a new goal? So an example, let's say that you heard of an art gallery opening in your neighborhood. I know this isn't really the time that art galleries would be opening, but theoretically speaking, and for the future, let's say that you see an art gallery that's opening, and that might be outer intention showing you that it is time for you to start maybe getting your artwork or your photography or whatever it is you do into a gallery. Now, of course, this is just a small example. You could apply this to virtually anything, but look for avenues that you can funnel what it is you want to do or what it is you are already doing into a new place, into a new, getting it out there, honoring your work, taking active steps towards a new way of getting your work out into the world. Exercise listening to the voice of your heart. Your heart knows what it wants, but you must first get that voice speaking more loudly, and then train yourself to listen. Good heart and mind coordination means tuning into more possibilities, and it means really just effectively and efficiently choosing a goal. Because remember, when we have greater heart and mind coordination, when we spot something that's intended for us, our heart will immediately let us know. And for me, this is a big one because I don't have a lot of free time, right? So I like to be super, super effective with choosing my goals, or at least going into discovery mode, that if I see something, I don't have to ruminate on the thing for months. I just know, hey, that's for you, and I'm going to move on that, and maybe I'm going to take a 30 anomalous action challenge around the thing to see where it goes. Ways that you can get your heart speaking more loudly. This is a video all in itself, but I'll break it down. Self-care, self-love, spending time in nature, spending time alone, journaling, getting into yourself, getting your own energy circulating, really just resonating with yourself, what your desires are, what you want, what you intend to have, caring for yourself on a deep level. So this gets me to point number 2, resonate with the possibilities. So ask yourself questions, start asking yourself questions. If you have gone into discovery mode, and let's say you have 3 different things that are kind of circulating around you that you could think is a possible direction for you to go in, start asking yourself really, really honest questions. Could I see myself doing this for 10 years? Could I see myself doing this for 5 years? What would this feel like, me getting into this? Will I have sustaining energy on my way to the goal? This is a big one. Again, heart and mind coordination stuff. Ask others these questions, right? Ask your significant other. Now, I know in transurfing, we really don't want to base our actions on what other people think, but personally, I love bouncing stuff off of my partner, off of my boyfriend. I'll say, hey, could you see me doing this? And he knows me pretty well, right? So he'll be like, yeah, I think that would be a good option for you. Why don't you go into it a little bit more and see how it plays out? Next, playing slides. How does the thing feel? Live in the thing for a couple days. Feel it. Remember the auditory, the visual, and the kinetic perception, right? Hear what those sounds sound like inside of that slide. Feel it. Really resonate with it. Start getting that feeling of you living in that thing, and see rather quickly if it is in fact for you. Pay attention to your heart and mind coordination. Again, this is a big one. If the heart says no and the mind says yes, it's an automatic no. If the heart says yes and the mind says no, you might need to resonate with it a little while longer, because sometimes the mind will catch up, right? My little formula that I like is I let my heart call something out, and then I let my brain get involved in the logic. And sometimes the brain doesn't get involved in the logic right away. So sometimes I have to wait, and then all of a sudden my mind will think, oh yeah, this is a way that this could work, right? So it's your brain getting involved in the details. Step 3, make your choice. Set your intention. Be absolute. This one's pretty easy, but it takes commitment. You got to say, okay, this is what I'm going for, until maybe my heart chooses something else, right? But you set the intention, and remember the saying that we all know and love in the transurfing modality: I do not wish, I do not hope, I intend. Intend to see that goal through to the end. 4, this is the most valuable one. Start making steps towards your goals. All these other steps are going to be completely useless unless you are ready willing, and able to take action. If you are not willing to take action, it doesn't matter all the research you've done, listening to your heart and mind, resonating with your possibilities, making your choice, all of that stuff will just sort of fall by the wayside. You've got to step into action mode. This is where the 30 Anomalous Action Challenge comes in. Commit to it. 30 consecutive days, you take one step outside of your comfort zone towards that goal. Again, this could be networking, this could be making plans, this could be looking at real estate, this could be putting a down payment on inventory, this could be anything that is outside of your comfort zone that is in line with that future frame. Keep outer intention in your mind as much as possible. When you think about your goal or you're taking steps towards it, how can your environment assist you? Don't go into inner intention mode. Have your world help you, because your goal is going to get realized much more quickly and much more easily with less effort if you look for ways for your world to assist you. Activate your plate when thinking about your goal. This is a big one for me. I still have my goals and doors book from the beginning of the year that I started, for those of you who are still participating in this. Now, every morning, I make sure at least one time I activate my plate while thinking about my original goal, which I set back on January 1st. So I do that and I ask my world, show me anything that can help me or help me connect with anything that is going to assist me to that end frame, right? And then I keep my eyes open throughout the day to recognize anything that is in line with that goal. I make sure that my thought quality is tuned. I make sure that my action is in the right direction. And if I can think a couple times during the day to do this again, let's say I'm driving in the car and I just think about it, maybe I tap back in and say, hey, is my thought quality and actions today still in line with that end frame? This is a thought marker, right? This keeps me returning back to that goal, returning back to that goal, returning back to that goal. And if I return back enough times, the thing starts to materialize, but I have to keep bringing myself back. I remove emotion, I drop importance, I take calm, decisive steps towards my goal only. I don't load my goal up with a bunch of excess potential and importance, because remember, balancing forces are going to come in and make it more challenging for you to see that goal materialize, because you will have your world working against you. This is the opposite of outer intention. This is you using your mind, having importance, and really this is you not being in the flow state with your world. Continue playing your slides, positive slides, and a few times a day, your negative slide. A negative slide is you not achieving the goal and living in that possibility too, feeling that it will be okay if your goal is in fact not realized. This eliminates excess potential. And I absolutely love the negative slide. It is like one of my most favorite transurfing tools when I'm going towards a goal, because if I can play that negative slide of defeat and live in that for a moment and realize, hey, you know what? It actually totally would be okay if this didn't work out. I can then go towards the goal without excess potential. I'm neutral and my world seems to help me, because remember, when we have importance on something, our focal point is like a pinpoint on that thing. And when we have too much importance, we can't see the ways that our world brings outer intention to us, helping us achieve the goal easier. So that's why eliminating importance and excess potential is going to just make things so much more simple. Create a goal chart. Write down or type your goal and list as many steps as you can think of, or things you will need in order to start actively walking towards your goal. This was my goals and doors book at the beginning of the year. Be specific. You do not need to do everything initially, but give yourself enough to go on to start and start taking action today. More steps will reveal themselves later. Break each step down as much as you can. So this is really one of my keys to staying in the center screen and utilizing the center screen to an extent that when I'm ready to work, like let's say I'm going to dedicate 2 hours of my day to a new goal, and that 2 hours is going to be spent in the center screen. When I'm ready to go to that center screen, let's say I do it from 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I just go to my goals and doors book, where throughout the day, if I have any idea of action I can take, I write it down. If I think of somebody I can network with, I write their name down, their phone number down. If I think of some kind of research I can do or some other step, I write it down, I write it down, I write it down. So I get a list and have an ongoing list of steps I can take, action towards my goal. Therefore, I'm never left hanging, right? If I need to take action, my 2 hours a day in the center screen, I go to the book, I open it, and there it all is. So this is really it, everyone. 1, inform yourself of your choices. 2, resonate with your possibilities. 3, make your choice. And then 4, start taking active steps towards your goals. So again, this PDF is on the Facebook group if you want to check it out. It's all loaded up with all the stuff that I already talked about. It'll keep you focused and hopefully give you enough structure to where there's no ambiguity. What do I do? How do I find my goal? And how do I go after it? This is me in action. This is exactly what I do, and I hope that it works for you all. So let me know your thoughts. And if you want to join our 30 Anomalous Action Challenge, go to the Facebook group. We have an active one going with a few threads, and it is awesome. So let me know your thoughts, everybody. Comments, questions, likes, and thank you for watching my video. Bye.